guys, welcome back to the Utah Airguns channel. Today we have a very unique gun that we're going to be talking about and shooting, and that is the FX Redback. This gun looks crazy. It looks like a Gatling gun, but it's not. Maybe FX will come out with a Gatling gun down the road. That would be super cool. Go and protest in the comments to get them to do that. But this gun, you've probably seen it in some other videos. It is an arrow shooter. So it has these 8 .35 caliber tubes that you load with an arrow. And when you cock it, it indexes each arrow. It's just a revolver. So it is a repeater. And that is super cool because most arrow shooters, if you guys have seen them in our previous videos, either are single or double shot. So there's the Umarex Air Sabers and the Air Saber Elite, I think it's called. It just has 2 tubes that you fire one at a time, or they're just single shot. Like you can get an arrow kit for your impact, or there's an arrow kit for the crown. But yeah, like all the other ones are just single shot and you have to reload them every time. But this one has 8 shots ready to go, and it has enough air to fire 8 of those shots, which is pretty cool. On a full tank, you will get 8 full power shots, not at once, but about the same velocity, good consistent FPS. It has a 60 MOA rail built in for, you know, arrows don't exactly fly as flat as pellets or slugs, so you need that extra elevation. We threw a Hyper 7 on here with the Element range-finding module. And we did the Hyper 7 because you can build out your reticle. You can make a custom reticle, and I think that will be perfect for this setup because we can build the reticle and we have the rangefinder kind of integrated into the system so that when we hit that button, obviously you'll get your range. We're not going to be going off the ballistic solution in here because it's not really going to line up with arrows, but we will make a reticle that will be, you know, from 20 to probably 100 yards. It will just have those holds, and we'll be testing that. Maybe not to 100 yards, depending on the range that we go to, but we're going to try and get as close as we can to that distance because it does sling the arrows pretty hot, so it'll have no problem hitting 100 yards. Yeah, this gun is kind of crazy, honestly. It's really cool. We've shot it before in videos, and it is very accurate. They're loud, just because you can't really moderate an arrow shooter, but it is shooting the arrow fast enough that if you are gonna, you know, if you're shooting in like a crossbow unit, then these are going fast enough that your quarry probably isn't going to be able to jump the arrow. Some of the other specs on it has your normal, it's kind of like a Pantera block, but a little bit differently. It obviously doesn't have a magazine slot. Your gauges are on the other side. It comes with a Arca rail that has some M-lock sections, so you can attach whatever accessories you would want to go on here. If you have a different kind of mounted rangefinder or a light or whatever you want to strap onto this thing, you can do it because it's got those M-lock sections. So as for the rest of the video, we are going to start by showing you how we build our reticle in here. We're going to get the gun zeroed, and then we are going to go to our good friend Tim Gillingham's house, because if you guys know who he is a pretty good archer. I mean, you could say he's okay, but he has a ton of archery targets, 3D animals in his yard. So that'll be a good place to test this out. That'll be cool. But we'll go from there. So guys, we're gonna build out our reticle on the Hyper 7. So what you need to do, make sure your Hyper 7 is on, make sure Bluetooth's on, go into the Element app, you go to Draw, Set Your Own, and then click Add New. And it'll give you a few specifications that you need to pay attention to when you're making your reticle. It needs to be 301 pixels wide, 401 pixels tall, and it needs to be a white reticle on a black background, and the aiming center should be exactly in the middle column. But what we did now, so following those specifications, we went into kind of a graphic design app. It really doesn't matter as long as you can follow those specifications, like setting your specific pixel width and height, and obviously change your background and stuff. So I made kind of a BDC reticle based on what I'm expecting kind of the ballistics of the arrow to be, and we'll tweak these when we shoot, but I think this will be pretty close. But we want to zero it at 20 yards, and I want to get out to 80 yards, so you can kind of see how they step farther and farther from each other. So once you have your reticle built out, and it can be literally anything, you could just draw a picture and have the center of that picture be your aiming point, but we're going for practical on this one, and so that's what we did. Pretty simple. And then I just airdropped it to my phone, and you need to save it as a file rather than a photo. So then you'll go up here to add new, select file, and it'll come up here and they'll say successfully imported. You'll select it. I already had it uploaded, and click upload. This one takes a little bit longer to load a reticle than the actual like ballistics profile. It's only about 20-30 seconds. Click dismiss, and now you'll have your reticle loaded up in there, and I'll do some video through here to show you what that reticle looks like. Oh, shit. So there's the reticle. There, that was a hassle. That is how you build the reticle and upload it. And when you go to, if you're doing like a BDC like this, you might want to use a graphic design app so that when you go and shoot, you can kind of make a note, say like it's lining up and then your 60 pin is a little bit lower. In that app, you can kind of make a note where it is, and then you can go and just adjust this and then just re-upload the reticle, so it's all going to be true data. And we'll do that when we go and shoot it, but super easy. You can make whatever reticle you want. You can do wind dots, pretty much anything, and build it out for whatever you're shooting. Like we're shooting arrows, and we're able to build a BDC reticle for that. So that's pretty cool with the Hyper 7. But now let's go shoot it. All right, guys, we are out at our friend Tim Gillingham's house, and he is a professional archer. And air gunner.
Professional air gunner now.
Tim shoots RMAC, and he does really well. But just tell us a little bit about your background real quick.
Well, I've been in archery for 42 years, shoot professionally. I work for Gold Tip Arrows, been there 24 years now. And so I had a big part to do with the whole Gold Tip lineup, and I shoot about 20-25 pro events a year and manage our national staff and kind of work in our production and design of the new products. So if you notice in my backyard here, that's what I do. There's 3D targets everywhere.
What did you say this arrow was weighing?
So it's kind of a cool system. I've helped these guys with several of these little arrow shooter jobs, and this one actually not too bad. This arrow weighs 380 grains, and I think we were Garmin right where it's set up right now at 290 foot a second, which honestly I've shot through mule deer at 120 yards with that exact same setup. So it'd be very feasible to shoot deer and stuff at distance with. There's some other challenges with broadheads that you definitely want to take into consideration, but kind of a neat little thing. So this arrow actually just twists up and goes in the tube, and then when it comes flying out, you've got basically a cone here on the end that centers it, and then an O-ring here, so it stays pretty centered, I would say. So we're going to shoot a few targets at different distances and just kind of show you. They've got a scope on here with a reticle. It's not perfectly true to the trajectory of this, but just show you that it's pretty versatile, and you can do. It's kind of a cool little toy.
All right, so we're going to start on this turkey target, and it's right at 20 yards. So we'll send a shot right there real quick. I think I can see the X-ring on it.
Smoke.
Yep, that'll work.
Not the quietest thing, but
no, they
never will be.
They're a little snappy.
Air guns without suppressors, if you haven't shot them, are not the quietest things in the world, but kind of cool. All right, so let's go range the next target. He's got a rangefinder on here, but I'll range it here. Let's go to the black bear. Black bear's 34 yards. A little high on the shoulder. You'd have to true that one up. The reticle's not really trued up. So.
Yeah, that's one we talked about. When you make your reticle, you have to go back in your app and kind of change your points of impact.
The coyote is past that. It's probably somewhere around 38, 37.2. So probably that same hole will crush it.
Make sure we're level.
And to correct this, we're running between 315 to 320 foot a second now. You turn the reg up.
I did turn it up
so,
just a touch.
I mean, that's pretty good energy in like a bow setup.
So
it'll blow right through just about anything. Oh. There you go.
That was a good one. That's a dead coyote.
Smoke coyote.
Man.
All right, let's go over to that wolf in the back there. It's probably going to be 40 yards. 39.4.
Let's see if we can get ourselves a wolf.
Smoke shot through the top of the heart.
Yep.
We could back up over there and shoot it at 50 if you wanted, just for the...
Yeah, let's do one long shot. So we're gonna move back and do a 50-yard shot just to stretch it out a little bit.
50 yards right there. All right, mountain goat, 50 yards.
Let's see if we...
As long as the guy really dialed the reticle in, I see you could probably shoot 60, 70, even 80 yards or something like this.
Yeah.
A little bit low.
Touch low. We'll put another one in.
Take a second shot. There you go. That was a heart shot. Do one more. Come up 4 inches.
Oh,
I think we're getting low on air actually.
Yeah, that one
That's why that one went a little low. You get a cylinder of arrows and we've shot probably
It's just starting.
10 arrows now. That's
Center
not a bad
punch
shot on
turkey.
the turkey. Our bear shot was a touch high,
Yeah, you
double lung.
You might have killed him. I don't know. We'll see. Coyote, you definitely smoked.
Oh yeah, coyotes. That's a very dead coyote.
Heart shot.
Bad shot on the old wolf.
We're a little low, but it's a pretty good group.
No, that's not a bad group for 50 yards.
You know, just got to get your reticle trued in for something like this. Arrows are one of the biggest key to shooting arrows is having a sight tape. Like if I go from here to Kodiak Island, I can't shoot the sight tape that I shoot here on Kodiak Island. It'll be 4 yards off on the 30-yard side of the tape. So
Yeah.
this will be the same thing. You know, if I go from here to the top of that mountain over there, I'll hit literally this high at 120 yards. So, you know, that's all ballistic coefficient.
Yeah, ballistics. Ballistics even have to do with arrows.
And arrows are just more susceptible to them.
Not bad.
Kind of fun though.
No, it's way fun. Having a repeater, shooting arrows, that's pretty fun.
Now we're gonna load this thing, so you gotta curl the vanes over, slide the O-ring in, then you go up here and this cone centers on the front.
So we're gonna,
How do you take this thing off?
Tim's gonna rapid fire it.
All right, guys, so this is what the fun is. Those are for sissies. We're gonna offhand this thing. We call that the raging boar.
Raging boar.
About 30 yards out. I'm gonna see what I can do on him. All right, here we go. Our indexing is off a tad, huh? Tell me when I'm empty.
I think you're on your last one. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
That's a pretty good group.
Pretty wicked. They're all dead.
No, yeah, those are.
This thing's actually super stable to shoot offhand.
It's actually
I'm used to shooting my
balanced pretty
competition
good.
rifles that weigh like 20 pounds, and we're all sitting back here doing this. This gun's actually really comfortable to shoot offhand.
Yeah.
So cool.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Hey, not bad for
Oh,
just
you shaved a fletching.
winging it. We're just shooting vanes off, you know. Just flinging them quick.
Not bad. Look at that.
Not shabby.
Cooked one off right there.
That thing's a hammer. That's pretty cool. Drop in the comments if we should take this to Prairie Dog Palooza. See if judo points will go on there without
You want
the
to put judos on there?
just for prairie dogs.
Probably the best thing for prairie dogs, honestly. Find a washer that fits that perfect, that just barely overhangs.
Oh yeah,
It just tear them apart.
that's a good idea.
We used to shoot rabbits down a big piece of drill pipe, put a big old washer on it, just knock them right out the end. Better indexing thing. I don't understand. It's a contest, see who's got what. Ready, go. That's pretty good. I think I just, that opened
Yeah,
the
on
group
the
up right
side.
there. A little tall. Oh, real tall.
Come on.
Yeah.
It doesn't like to go fast. That's.
Oh, yeah, we're empty.
Yeah, I think I took you, man.
Yeah, I think it likes a more methodical kind of bolt manipulation. This one hasn't been shot very much. It probably will wear in a little bit better.
Yeah, you might want to tighten that up. That offhand shooting.
Yeah, I gotta work on that. I'm used to shooting really heavy bolt guns laying on the ground. He's still a dead boar.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, that is the FX Redback. Got to do some shooting, grouped it, shot it fast, and it's a lot of fun.
It really actually pretty good on air too, so.
Surprisingly efficient. Yeah, shooting a big heavy arrow.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's pretty accurate, but.
No, like it's killing accurate. Like you'd be,
Yeah.
once you get your reticle
Yeah,
really
well,
dialed in.
Yeah, you could shoot like inside of 50 real accurate right now. Broadheads, you'd want a broadhead that didn't have a lot of blade surface area, but this isn't like stupid fast, like 450 foot a second, where you really start to run into broadhead problems. So that'd actually be more conducive for hunting.
Yeah.
So but
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want to see more with the Redback, or if we should take it to Prairie Dog Palooza, try some different small game heads out.
I think this would be stupid fun on a hog hunt.
It would. Maybe we'll have to take it to Texas next time we
Take it
go.
to Texas on a feeder and just be like, chuck, stick, pow, chuck, pow.
Smoke a hog on the run. That would be actually really cool
Yeah, helicopter hog hunting.
with arrows.
Yeah, you'd have to have something to, well, the orange.
Right, everybody mention Justin in the comments and say we have to go shoot this from a helicopter at a hog, because I want to do that now. That sounds awesome. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.